What's up guys, Operator Woodland Wolf here, and today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to paint an airsoft gun. This airsoft gun I actually have here is a really old one that I've had like for years. Right now I'm just using it as a prop in movies and stuff like that I make. And I'm going to show you guys how to paint yours, but just take your own airsoft gun. If it's a working one or non-working, it doesn't really matter. It's your decision, and I'm going to show you how to paint it. So first thing you'll want to do is that you'll want to get all the stuff that you're going to need. So first things first is that you're going to want the paint that you're going to use. So we have odd green, and then we have brown. All these are Rust-Oleum camouflage, and this one is just black. I have no idea where from. So today we're going to be doing the gun and the magazine. So you guys will probably see some later videos like movies and stuff like that. So first thing you'll want to do is that you'll want to take some tape, and you'll want to tape off the parts that you don't want painted, such as like if you don't want the orange tip painted, which you probably shouldn't do that. You should put tape on there and keep the orange tip for safety precautions. And let's do that right now. And also, before you get started on painting, you also want to make sure that the gun's clean, so that it doesn't just go on the paint just doesn't go on the dirt. So for the clip where I'd put tape would be over where the BBs come out and where you put in the BBs, because sometimes those are in different places. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Depends on what kind of gun you have, if you have a Springer or an AEG. But this one right here is just okay guys, now we are going to first lay our base coat, which is going to be olive drab green, as you can see there. We're just going to do one part of the gun at a time, because honestly, we might as well not do two. I'm going to do some slight sprays, not like a dousing, otherwise it'll just start running off. And you want to make sure that you got all the parts for the base coating. Yeah, so we're gonna... Okay, now the paint is done drying on this side, so we're going to flip it over onto the other. Be careful with that. And we're gonna also paint the other side. That's what you'll want to do, is paint the other side too, unless you want to have it half done, doesn't matter. And also you can choose your own colors. I'm just choosing these colors because these are actually colors that are used fairly often for any of my gear, which you guys will see in the other videos. Make sure that if you do slight sprays, is that you go back over it later and do second coating. Make sure I got everything up here. Man, it's so hard with my big hands. make sure I got everything. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we're gonna let it dry, and then we'll put on the final touches with the netting. Okay, and right now we are going to be doing the really cool details of the gun. So we're gonna take this netting. I don't know what kind of netting it is. Probably you could use any netting or burlap you'll want. It's your choice. And we'll be using the other two colors. So first thing you want to do is that you want to wrap the netting around tightly, just so it doesn't like blow in the wind or anything like that. It messes up what you're trying to paint. And let's continue doing that for the entire gun. You'll want to do it for the entire gun if you want to paint the entire gun. Which, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to paint the entire gun. The netting color. Okay, let's rearrange all this. There we go. And the more quantity to have, the less big blotchy spots that you'll have. So first color I'm going to use is brown. I did this on a mesh mask not too long ago, and it actually came out really good. The bad part is when you're having trouble seeing where you've already painted. And okay, we're back. And as you probably can see, the color actually came out really good. So we got this nice little area over here painted, along with a little bit of the bottom and the barrel too. And also the stock as well. So now we're going to do the rest of the body along with probably the clip later. We already painted the clip. So I don't think the camera picked that up though. Doesn't really matter anyways. So let's finish up the stock here and this half of the gun. So then we're going to take this part. The big netting goes on the big. You should probably do big netting on the bigger parts of the gun and smaller parts of the netting on the smaller parts. Now let me take the black. Now I'm going to paint. Okay, and now we're going to let it dry. Okay, now we're going to take the netting off the side once again. We just grab it like this, slowly lift it off. Try not to screw up any paint. Okay, so here's that one side. It actually came out really good. It actually came out a lot better than I expected it to. So, and now we're gonna do that with the other side. Oh, there's some dirt on there. Now we're gonna do that with this side. And also, we're gonna paint a little bit more of the magazine, so I'm gonna paint the magazine first. Get that over here. Okay, so we're gonna just effectively redo all the steps we did before for the netting paint. Okay, so you're always just gonna want to repeat the steps for what you did before on the other sides, always, really, unless you're just wanting to do like different kinds of stuff. For me, I like different kinds of things on my gun to match the terrain of where I am. That's what I typically do. Okay, scoot this a little bit forward. Okay, and then I'm gonna do brown. I don't talk very much when I'm painting and stuff like that because I'm really focused. There we go. Well, now we're gonna let it dry and then we're just gonna repeat the steps again. Okay, now that it's dry, we're going to change it over again. So we're gonna take this stuff off. Oh, snap. Oh, never mind. If I can ever figure out how to get this stuff off. There we go. Yeah, it's actually looking really good now. Okay, as you can see, it's coming out really nice. And that's good because it's actually about the first paint job I've ever done that comes out great on the first try. I've actually never painted an airsoft gun like this before. So it's a new thing for me. Okay, and also later we're gonna do the mag next. So we're gonna continue doing what we did before. I think I'm running out of black paint almost. Stuff stinks. Whew. Okay, and now we're going to finally take the netting off one last time off the gun, and I think the gun should be completely done. There we go. Oh yeah. This is really cool. So this is the main sign that you're mainly going to see, and then the other side's pretty cool too. So it's honestly, I think it's the best paint job I've ever done. Sorry the lighting's a little bit bad, but so the gun's now done. Now moving on to the magazine. Let me set that up. Now we're going to paint it brown and black. We might just do brown because I'm running out of black. So and what you want to do is just some slight sprays, not some very big sprays like we did before. So we're not using black anymore because it's out. And now we're gonna let the brown paint dry on the clip, and then we're going to take out the netting and do it again. Okay, we're back now, and we're going to take out the netting off the magazine. Well, we're not going to actually. I'm thinking that we should just keep it on there. And we just spread out the netting a little bit on the other side, and then we'll paint that side too. Okay, it's just small sprays. It's not really that difficult. Now it is time to take off the tape and everything off this magazine and see how well it looks. So, the magazine doesn't look too much different than the gun does. It honestly looks just right about the same. And so now we're going to put the whole thing together. So I think this gun actually looks a lot better than it did before. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also turn on notifications. I'm Operator Woodland Wolf, and I'll see you guys in the battlegrounds.